Obviously, you're going to get new people that come in all the time, or people that have been here that, will ask those same questions. And I'm sorry, let's just introduce myself. I'm Bill Gates. We're streaming on YouTube and on Telegram. So use Telegram for voice if you want to interact with the community here. We invite everybody to the community. No question is off the table. We love to talk about everything, EMP related, DeFi related. It's a great community, so pop on over EMP.Money, find our socials from there. Discord and Telegram, but specifically Telegram is where you can interact with everybody in the community here on the live stream via voice if you want. And if you don't want to do that, obviously you can comment on YouTube. So welcome to the YouTube people and all you typers out there. So give me any feedback if the volume is off or the video's off. Everybody said it was pretty good earlier, so I assume that it's going to be better than yesterday. But so I'm Bill Gates. Who else do we got here that want to? Joe, why don't you introduce yourself and everybody else that's on the call? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Joe PV Trader. Normally, I don't sound like this. I bought something a few days ago, so my apologies. But anyways, I've been in this project probably a month after the Detonator rolled out, which was I joined in March. Yeah, I've been slowly getting more and more involved, and it didn't take long for me to get sucked into the EMP black hole in a good way, and I've been here ever since, and learning a lot from Bull and AJ and the rest of the crew. And really, between Telegram and Discord, there's just so much information, and the protocol itself has drastically changed since I got here. I mean, it's still essentially the same protocol, but it's just gotten so much better, and our partnerships I just can't keep up with. I mean, AJ is a partner machine. He's out there every week saying, I have a new news, a new company that we're partnering with, and he's delivered on every one. So yeah, really excited. I'm glad to be here, and glad to answer any questions, whether in Telegram, Discord, or on the AMAs.
Yeah, perfect. We wouldn't be surprised if he comes back and Mickey Mouse is on the AMA next week. AJ is the team lead, and he was on a family vacation at Disney, so a little bit of an inside joke, I guess. But yeah, anybody else want to say hi, hello to YouTube or anything like that? Feel free.
How you doing? Hello, Bull Gates.
Hello, Mr. Big. Mr. Big is a Ford enthusiast, right?
I'm 72 years old. I've been in EMP since it started, and it's one of the best programs out there. They're not paying me to say this. This is not financial advice, but I baked in with about $4,000. I'm in the farm, I'm in the Detonator, I'm in the nodes, and I'm in the boardroom, and I'm making money in every one of them. So if you're new to this, I would say take a look at it. If you want to spend about $9 today, you have a chance to win about $50,000. They have a lottery every day. It's worth it to check it out. Best thing to do is go through the academy like I did. It tells you everything to do, and you learn everything. And there's some really great people here. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Mr. Big. And you did hear him correctly. 72, just DeFiing it up. Experienced crypto guy, just here every day in other communities as well. So, shout out to Mr. Big, because he's a staple in a lot of different communities. And it shows you that there is no barrier to entry here in crypto. All you got to do is take the time, invest yourself, meet people, build your knowledge, and have fun, because it can be a really exciting space.
Hey, Mr. Big, if you don't mind, excuse me, everyone, just sharing what your favorite part of the protocol is. It's really nice to hear that you did it the right way. You joined, you did the academy, you expanded in all aspects of the protocol, taking full advantage of that infinite money loop. But it'd be awesome to hear kind of what you went into. What's your favorite part?
Okay, I was shown this program by the guy that lead. I'm from the DGen protocol where we have our Telegram group, and I think AJ came in there one day and they did a AMA, and it was really a professional done AMA. That's one thing I like about here. Everything is really professional. I really listened to it that day, but I did not get in. I waited about a week, and then people started talking about this. So I kind of ate into the farms. I didn't go into the auto farm. I just went into the regular farms. And then I heard, I heard about the detonator and the boardroom and the nodes, but I didn't really understand it. So what I did is I finally went through the academy, and it only takes a couple hours to go through there, and you learn everything you can about this program. So then I understood how the boardroom works when it's a half pay, and how the detonator was going to be fantastic. Man, when I got in the detonator, there was hardly anybody in there. I mean, you could really make a lot of money, but it's just building every day. And then that's how I learned, and then I finally bought myself a couple of nodes the other day, and I'm in the boardroom, and the rest is history. And I just really thankful I found you guys, and I really appreciate everything you guys do.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah, that's a cool story. I appreciate that. I've checked out the DGen Telegram, and man, those guys message nonstop. Those things just keep scrolling. So yeah, they're always up to the greatest. But glad you're over here.
You know your boy's in the building as much as I can be.
Jesse, what's
What's
up?
going
Is it
on,
DeFi?
fellas? What's going on, man? How y'all doing tonight?
We're good. We're good. Glad you could join us. I know you've been busy lately. What's
Oh man,
new
listen, they're
financial
killing me out
advice
there,
you give
Joe.
us? What's
Financial
that?
advice. Okay. I said they're killing me out there, man. They're killing me out there, and I'm such a good-hearted dude. I keep picking up everybody's slack. But anyway,
Jesse,
financial advice.
why don't you tell everybody about yourself, since we're on the stream and we're kind of just introducing ourselves to let everybody know. We're just kind of regular Joe Schmoes, right?
Yeah, 100%. I'm saying, like the dude said, everything professional here, probably except me. I jumped into the program, man. I don't even know, man. I kind of lost track. I was definitely late to the party. I'm definitely not one of the earliest guys, but I took an interest. And matter of fact, to be all the way honest with you, when I came into the program, I really didn't know what I was doing. I was zapping my EMP, and which sells half of it. I was doing it improperly, and then I jumped on the AMA and to try to find out what's going on, where my money's at, because I'm one of those guys that when I get involved in something, I throw money at it, and then once my money's in it, then I take a big interest, and then I do a retarded dive into it and learn every edge and every corner. And it was really, really amazing to me what I found here. It was really amazing to me, the education. I did the academy and everything. And then once I understood it, I tried to do my best to advocate, to push the education, because I know a lot of people skip over that. I know a lot of people enter in the way that I enter, and you hear about it. You hear it's an Ethereum. It's a program wrapped around Ethereum on the Binance network, and the APRs are super juicy, and then you got the detonator thing going on, and a lot of people want to compare it to drip, but what a mistake that was early on. I mean, I think it's pretty clear to everyone that it's way better, but I don't know, man. I really don't know what to say, man. I just, like I always tell AJ, man, I'm super
Jesse,
happy.
you have never been at a loss for words since I've known you, ever.
Because you know what, Bull, be honest with you, man, this is the first, I'm super new to DeFi, and this is the first program I found. And, as time goes on, I just keep feeling more and more blessed to be here. I mean, I see what's out there. I mean, even after getting an EMP, I got into a couple of programs that were exploited and rug pulled, and I really didn't know what I found when I found here. And and besides the fact that we're here to make money, what I'm saying, I found a lot of guys that I really took to. You know what I'm saying? We're like really family here. I've really pushed and advocate for people to join the AMAs, and the people that are here, I mean, I'm sure you can see the value in it. So it's important that, you know, when somebody pops up in the chat and asks the questions, you know, go out your way to invite them to the AMA, try to push them to come here, because this is really where we rally together and get everybody rowing in the same direction. I think the AMAs are invaluable. You know, it's one thing to, you know, go into a program and, you know, you might catch a video with the team lead and, you know, here and there, whatever. Our team leads here is here every day. I mean, the power of what we got here is just really impressive to me. It's, I mean, I can't be thankful enough. I'm in every part of the program as well. You know what I'm saying? And like Joe said, financial advice. Man, financial advice is so much of it. If you are in the detonator, it's super imperative that you go and like, comment, subscribe, share, do your claps. You know, the Medium article. Shout out to LA, man. She's just the queen of this shit, man. The work she puts in. Make sure you show all the love out there, and it's really important because, you know what I'm saying, not only you supporting a fellow community member in a community that's, you know, something that we all love here, but it also supports your own bag. You know what I'm saying? Whether somebody reads an article or watches a video, if they come in here and they get into Detonator, you know what I'm saying, like, a lot of different programs, they have downlines and all this stuff or whatever, and the YouTubers, they reap the benefit of that. So you push their product and that helps them. That don't help you. Well, here, when somebody jumps into a detonator, the position of their initial investments goes to everyone that's already in the detonator. I mean, this is monumental. This is huge. So, you know, by you sharing it on your Twitter or whatever the case may be, or just, you know, liking and pumping that algorithm, you know, that's money coming to you. So, you know, don't just, you know, do it to show them love, but also do it to show yourself love. I'm saying, you want this thing to grow as big as it possibly can. Being here early is going to be a tremendous value to you later. I mean, I wish I did have a calculation of how much free money I've gotten since I've been in here just by people jumping in with fresh capital. You know what I'm saying? But over time, this money is going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. And the important thing is when you compound that money back in, it gets the same 365% treatment. So if you are in the detonator and you're not filled out into the program, here's your financial advice for the day. Your financial advice for the day is, when you start claiming your once to twice a week out of the detonator, which is imperative. If you think you're going to overclaim, you're going to dilute your pool share, which is going to diminish your daily burst. It will decline. If you overclaim, let me say that again. If you overclaim, your daily burst will decline. So keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, the detonator is made in such a beastly way, man. It's just so self-sustainable. It's pretty amazing, but it rewards the good actors. So claim once or twice a week. You know what I'm saying? Grow that to be a unbelievable paycheck. When you get to claiming that once or twice a week, if you don't know what to do with that LP, take that LP out and stick it in an auto farm. Stick it in an auto farm and grow it until 1/5 of that value is the value of a node you want to buy. And the reason why I'm telling you 1/5 of that value, and this is always changing. So, you know, just like in the traditional markets, we always have to, you know what I'm saying, they always rebalance portfolio. That's what we always do. We always rebalance every quarter or whatever. You know, with dynamic APRs, you should look at it the same way. As things are going up, things are going down, you need to reposition, because you never want to be top heavy producing EMP. You get to the point where 1/5 of that is worth the value of the node you want to buy. And then you sell the Ethereum for, you know, the EMP, and you purchase that node. And the reason why you want to do that is because you still got 4/5 of that value that you pulled out of the detonator once or twice a week in the auto farm. Now you're going to take that and put it in the normal farm, and that's going to produce you the E-share to match with your node to create you more LP. Now you created an LP creating machine that you can, you know, grow your position and it deepens our liquidity, but you can also take that back into the detonator for additional tickets every day. So it's a couple of ways you could do it, but the most important thing is that you don't. I think that it's foolish to come out of the detonator and think of that as money made and exit that LP. You know what I'm saying? The EMP ETH LP is it's the staple of the program. It's where we want to be the deepest in liquidity, and it makes it so it's really hard to knock us off a peg. The deeper our liquidity, you know what I'm saying, then we can absorb the bad actors. Not that, and then, AJ always says that he doesn't want to sell Shane because he's such a good dude, but I'll do it for him. So, don't sell EMP. I mean, you kill yourself, you shoot yourself in the foot. There's so much value to keep this in the system. You know what I'm saying? The money you can make here is really unbelievable if you just look at, it's just like people thinking that they could come into the detonator and an ROI contract and claim every day. You'll ROI faster if you do it the right way. So if you listen to what we say here, especially Joe, man, is a big staple of preaching good strategy and stuff. We don't tell you this just because it's the best for the protocol. We tell you this because not only is it best for the protocol, but it is the best for your own bag. If you could look out a little bit long term, you will make the most money if you listen to what we're telling you. I mean, I could tell you a couple of different strategies to play, but the people that, it's just like maybe a month ago, I put in the chat, all the people that exited EMP or whatever when ETH was, downturning or whatever, they're going to have to come back in and buy in at a higher price or whatever. And somebody responded to that, saying that, crypto is up and down and they could be able to get in cheaper. Well, today it's a lot more expensive than it was a month ago. So, you want to hold your position in the system. And if you're not sure what to do, just ask, you know what I'm saying? I'm more than happy to take the time, and people like Joe and Bull, you know what I'm saying? They're always here, you know what I'm saying? And people in our community, man, they're super helpful. You see, a question gets asked in the chat, man, it never gets brushed by, man. There's always somebody there to answer that. So, like I said, detonator, growing in the auto vaults until its value is high enough for you to purchase a node and still have the remainder to put in the farm, so you could take that eShare, sell it for Ethereum, match it with your EMPs coming out of your node to create new LP. Financial advice for the day, fellas.
So awesome, Jesse. So Jesse, right, this is a protocol for working men and women, small fish, big fish, whales, everybody, right? It doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Yeah, perfect.
No, it don't matter.
That's right.
I mean, the way it's set up, I mean, first of all, anybody that's in DeFi, I'm sure they understand Einstein saying the compound interest or whatever. It don't matter what size you come in. What matters is that you come in and you got goals and you set them goals and you set that timeline. I always a firm believer that in this system, whatever your goal is, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure everybody has some type of financial goal, and they should, because you don't want to be a buy and hold forever type of guy. I think Bull touches on this sometimes. It's cool to buy and hold, especially when it's something that you believe in, you know what I'm saying? Diamond handed, that's cool. But you got to have some type of plan. What do you want to make out of this protocol? What do you expect out of this protocol? You expect $100 a day, $500 a day, $1,000 a day? It doesn't matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is going to change your life. You look at the strategy and you look at how long it's going to take. But it's not going to be exactly precise because, like I said, the dynamic APRs. But your goal is to utilize a system all the way through the system to build your farm to where your eShare emissions is going to be that value. And the reason why that's so important is because, it's a two-token economy. You know what I'm saying? EMP is used to build your system out in the economy, in the system. You never want to sell that. So in the end, after you utilize your nodes, utilize the boardroom, utilize the detonator, utilize every angle of our system, you want to end up all back into the farm with that, producing the value of whatever your goal is. Now you take that every day. You pay yourself every day, and you could come in to VIP, come into the army because you're not a bad actor. You can get shown love, and it's special perks. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get nothing amazing being in VIP or being in the Army, but we do get early opportunity. There it is value of doing the right thing in our protocol. You know, it's just it feels good too. You know what I mean?
It's a family, right? It's a family here,
right.
and that's the thing. You know, when people come in, there are so many stories of people that come in. Sorry to cut you off, Jesse. There are so many people that come in and they're just, it's their first project, and they don't know, you know, terms. They've heard that crypto is scary, and you know, really, congratulations to everybody that this is your first project. You know, and you had the courage to come in, even though you heard crypto was scary. It was rug pulls. It was, you know, just a lot of bad actors. It couldn't be further from, you know, that here. It is a family here. We win together, we lose together, and that's why when people come in, everybody in this community that is active in the channels, they want to help you succeed. If it's Telegram, or if it's Discord, they each have a little bit a different speed, their own flavor. But if you do go to those socials, please go to EMP.Money and find the Telegram or the Discord link from there. Don't search for it in the Telegram app, because there tends to be a lot of scam groups. But follow the links from our website, EMP.Money. And the big point here is that nobody here is ever going to tell you to jump in and invest not knowing what this is. You're going to constantly hear me preaching and many other people saying, invest in yourself before you ever invest $1 here. We want you educated, because an educated investor or user, owner, because you're all of those titles here. When you come here, we want you to invest in yourself, and we want you to know what this protocol is and what it is all about, in a basic way, in an intermediate way, and then in an advanced way. And all of the tools here, they're free. There are literally hundreds of people here that want to help you succeed, because when you succeed, this platform succeeds. And we know, we're well aware that this sounds extremely complicated. You know, Jesse's a really bright guy. He's throwing out all those terms, and because we talk about these things every day, they're commonplace to us, you know, and we've heard these terms probably, you know, 10,000 times or 100,000 times. But, you know, when we, you know, we speak like this because we're really passionate about it, because the people here are great people. They're smart people, compassionate people, friendly people, helpful people. Everything that you want in a project, everything that you want to be part of, something that you could recommend to your family, something that you could recommend to your friends. And I'm not telling you to do that if you're new, you don't know anything about it. I want you, you know, to take that time to invest in yourself and believe in yourself. And education and understanding is the best way to build confidence in yourself, because something here that is extremely different than the physical world is that when you put in the work, when you put in the time, it's a grade. You're going to you'll be graded here based on your actions, on how your portfolio looks. I'm getting a little bit of feedback from somebody. Let me see here. Just going to mute you a second, Jesse. So what I'm getting at is that some people might not have liked school. It might have been difficult, and you maybe didn't feel like it was worth it. The difference here in crypto, when you take the time to learn and you invest in education, that translates out into, you know, the friends that you'll gain here that will make this enjoyable. It will translate out into learning and believing, you know, that in yourself, and then understanding of how things work, instead of just, you know, blindly throwing money at something because you heard it was good, a YouTuber said it was good, and that you could make a lot of money. That I want you really to invest time in yourself, and with that, you're really, you know, you're going to have what we call the aha moment or light bulb moments here, where you might not get something, you know, it's just not clicking, you're just not understanding, but there's going to be a time where you're going to be, eating breakfast or watching a show, and you're going to be like, I got it. I understand. Because we've all been there. Because it's not simple when you just look at this and you hear people speaking and you're like, what are these terms? What do these things mean? But when you take that time to really dive in, and we have a free academy that one of our generals is redoing. I mean, the academy we have is amazing. It's the best in DeFi, but it's going to be better. We're always looking to improve here in every capacity, be it, these live streams, be it how we respond in the channel, how products get made, contracts get made in this ecosystem. We just upgraded the UI. We upgraded a main part of our system called the Detonator that we'll talk about after a while. We what it was something. So we had ETH staking, which was an amazing contract where people deposited their ETH for 90 days and made 19%. Everybody has been paid out that has taken the time to withdraw their deposit. So, the best ETH platform in all of crypto. The best way to pair up your ETH is with our native token EMP and earn a daily interest every single day. But what is here is it really isn't offered anywhere else in DeFi. What you have here is a collection of an incredible economic engine. You have education. You have the team lead who is on these AMAs every day, with the exception of he is on vacation. He went with his family to Disney. So we're all happy about that, because this guy's an incredibly hard worker, huge heart, huge brain. He cares. He wants all of us to succeed here, and that's how everybody in this community is. And I tend to rant and ramble on a lot, but it's because I care. I want to see this platform succeed, and so do hundreds and I think thousands of other people want to see this succeed. And we literally have hundreds of people that will, every single day be in these chats 24/7, wanting to help people in terms of, avoiding scams, understanding the ecosystem, how to do things that aren't even in this protocol, because we want to make DeFi a better place, not just our ecosystem, but all of DeFi and all of crypto. And that's why we offer all the free tools here, the free advice. And I can't speak for other people in this protocol, and I'll give them the floor here in a second to tell you. But we spend a lot of time tutoring one-on-one, helping people via a voice over Telegram or Discord, chatting with people through DMs, and that is not a measure to say, listen, every DM you get, most of them are probably scams. But if you contact anybody in our channels that has a title by their name, that's a really safe place. But you want to start out by asking questions in the main channel, because the best thing you can do, one of the fastest ways to to start understanding and learning is to ask questions. And here there isn't any bad question. The only bad question is the question that goes unasked and unanswered. But take advantage of every person in this community that is willing to help you, because they truly want to see you succeed. So I'm going to give the floor to other people to, kind of talk about what they do and what they think this protocol is all about.
That's awesome, Bo. Thank you very much. And Jesse, always dropping some good financial advice and good strategies. I love that 1/5 strategy. Makes a lot of sense. It's all about balancing your EMP emissions with your eShare emissions. And once you get that harmony, it really becomes magic in the system. But the Detonator, Jesse, how do you feel about the Detonator and that lottery? Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, I've always been impressed with the Detonator. I mean, to turn around and make something that's already a monster even better. I mean, it's just really, really impressive. The work that went into it, what I'm saying, the numbers that it's putting out, the results that it's having, is just as intended. I mean, I'm super happy to be in there. If I wasn't in there, I'd invest into it all over again. So, that's how I feel about the Detonator. I mean, I think it is the best ROI contract in all of DeFi. And, I challenge anybody to, I'll argue that. You know what I'm saying? Give me a white paper. Let me read what you think is better, and I'll explain to you why the detonator is more sustainable. It's just a monster, and I think that there's no reason it can't be here forever.
Absolutely. And what other protocol is setting up friends and family with personal accounts, in Detonator and in EMP? I know we've heard from endless people that have had nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, children, just setting them up for future financial freedom, right?
Yeah, and and you coming from a traditional financial background, so you know how imperative that is. I mean, this is like what we all search for. This is what we all work so hard for, and to stumble across it and find, a group of the select six, man, for the people that don't know the background, to just look at DeFi and look at it and say, we could do this better. And just really genuine. And shout out to all the people in the background, and especially a big shout out to AJ, because this guy, he can't miss. He's so genuine. Every time he says he's working on something, that deal's gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I needed to negotiate something, if I could fly AJ out to negotiate it for me, I would. It's just, he's just so impressive to me. It doesn't surprise me, for the people that don't know, that he's had massive success outside of DeFi, and it's just really, really impressive what the Select Six and what the whole team has done here, with the detonator and the whole platform. Like Bull says all the time, man. This ain't a tuned fork all the time. What is it, Bull? Where'd you go, Bull?
Oh yeah, bro. Sorry. I was typing, so I had to turn my mute myself. It's the whole DeFi dinner plate, and
It's the whole DeFi dinner plate.
and Joe. Hey Joe, what was that? What's the dessert of the DeFi dinner plate? The thing that you don't want to start with?
That would be nodes, and
That's a
and
node
loading up
no.
on nodes, and buying a ton of ESHARES right off the bat to stick in the boardroom. Those APRs are super sexy. I get it. I come from a DGen background, so I hone in on those APRs, and I do my little spreadsheets and figure out what's what. But yeah, absolutely. Dessert, just like in real life, is a treat, but you don't start with that, and you don't overconsume that. So back to what Jesse was saying, that whole 1/5, I know that might be a little above some people's head that are new, but it really comes down to, is you want that liquidity that Jesse was saying. You want that EMP, ETH, LP, and that's king in the protocol, because one, it helps bolster our protocol and hold that peg, and number two, it allows you to expand within the protocol, meaning you can get into the different aspects and get into that infinite money loop, because the whole nirvana is to be able to earn rewards and then take those rewards and earn more rewards. So you're getting money on your money, and all of those things are compounding. And in the beginning, it's slow, but once you get that train rolling and you're compounding with interest that you earn, not out of pocket, it gets explosive. And it happens fast, because compound itself is incredible, as you know, with Einstein saying there, it's one of the wonders of the world, right?
The eighth one. Yep, the eighth. Yep.
Eighth, yeah. So the fact that you can do that with money that's not yours, and you can do it in multiple areas, you're taking that to a whole new stratosphere. And until you see it, you may know the math, but when you see it, it's totally different. My son got started in the detonator he started in the farms, and then he wanted to expand a little bit and get a taste of that lottery, which he hasn't won yet, but that's okay. He's earning 2 tickets.
Yeah.
But he started off by moving money, Ethereum, off of that place called Celsius, that will, put your Ethereum in a safe place and give you a nice 3% to 7% annually. You know how that went. So he got out just in time, and since he started, he put in about a little over $4,000 worth of ETH into the detonator, and the First 5 days, he put in 7.5 LPs to max his tickets, just for a chance to get the lottery with the 50 tickets. And that's the best way to get in the detonator if you want to do that, because 7.5 LPs gets you 50 tickets for the daily lottery. You can deposit more. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to maximize, or like I say, squeeze all that juice out of that lemon, and you want to get maximum tickets for your deposits, break them up into 7.5 daily and just keep doing that until you get to a balance that you want. So he did 7.5 over the first 5 days, giving him 37.5 LPs. That's where that 4,000 plus comes from. And then just compounding every day, he has slowly worked himself up on his original deposit. As of today, which is 2 months into the system, he's up just shy of 50% from his initial investment. So remember back at Celsius, 3 to 5% he was getting. He's done that, more than done that. He's done 10 years worth practically of Celsius in 2 months. Yeah. So just think of how powerful that is. You could just park it with Celsius, let them go out and lend out your money and do it in an irresponsible way. Or you can come to DeFi, which is considered, degen territory. But here we own the liquidity, not the treasury, not some third party. It doesn't get lent out or anything crazy like that. You decide what you put in, you grow it where you want. And if you play your cards right, look at my son, 10 years worth of interest he's earned in 2 months.
Hey Joe, let's go to the farm and show somebody like how they would go through. Right?
What's that again?
Let's go to the farm and show somebody how they would actually start on the system, so to speak.
Yeah. Okay. You're pulling up on YouTube?
Yeah. Yep. And everybody go ahead, Don.
Sorry. I'm just going to throw in something real quick, tag on what Joe was saying. That I have been in less than 4 months, and the LP that I have had in Detonator is more than doubled.
There you go.
So, Joe just told 2 months. I'm almost 4 months, and yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah, and it dropped a lot when ETH dropped, and when people sold some EMP, but
the price.
I'm back up now. I'm probably up over 10% from where I started, and I'm really happy with that. And I know it's only going to keep going. It's only going to keep going.
That's right.
Don, that's awesome to hear. That's a success story that I'm sure a lot of people can attribute to. My son, when he put in that 37.5, the 3.65, and that's what you get in the detonator, 365% ROI. What he put in as far as the max payout would give him, what is it here? Yeah, it was giving him about 4,000 on that 37.5 LP deposit. As of today, his max payout is 12,000. So it is just an incredible system. The fact that he's compounding, getting more tickets. He's at 2 tickets. He'll eventually be at 3, 4, 5. And the holy grail of this detonator is getting up to the 6 LP daily burst, because that compounding also gets you tickets. And because you compound, you get the 20% refund. The cost per ticket's only 0.12 versus 0.15 on deposits. So if you take 20% of 0.15, it comes to 0.12. So that's how the math works. But basically, every time you compound 0.12 increments, you get 1 ticket. And by compounding over time, that 1 ticket just keeps growing up to a max of 50 tickets. And that's where the 6 LP daily burst is really magical. And the holy grail, I mentioned this the other day, is to get to 7 LP. Why that number is special is because we talk about the 6-1 strategy. What that means is you compound for 6 days and you claim on the 1 day. That 1 day you claim, you put those into the farms and earn even more. You're earning on your earnings. That strategy allows you to ROI faster, meaning if you claimed every day, your daily burst is going to slow down. You're going to fall out of rank of other people that are compounding. Doesn't mean you won't get 365. It just means it'll take longer. So if your real goal is to ROI on your initial investment as fast as possible, and that's me, I'll admit it, we all want to get our capital back.
Yeah.
So the way to do that in the system is pure nirvana. You ROI faster by compounding more than you claim. And if you do that 6-1 strategy, that allows you to grow your LP bags exponentially, which again, remember, it's full exposure to Ethereum, real Ethereum, not some native token that has value
and no liquidity, right? How much
and
liquidity?
no liquidity, and when people sell it,
how much liquidity do we have here, Joe?
Oh my God, it's insane. What is it? I can't see right now.
Yeah, keep talking. I'll get it.
You'll pull it up. Thanks.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that 6-1 strategy can be broken down into percentages. So 1 divided by 7, 1 day out of the 7 is about 15% rounding off. So really, it's an 85% compound, 15% claim. So you can do that on a daily basis once you get to 7 LPs daily burst. So what you do is you compound your first 6 LPs for the day, and then the remainder of the day up to the rollover, you can get that 1 LP. Plus, you'll probably get a little extra because remember, we also get rewarded from fresh deposits, whether they're people investing in the protocol or people sniping at the end. And, getting as close to the end as you can, you're going to get a little bit extra. So that right there gives you that 6-1 strategy, but on a daily basis, and also getting you maximum tickets.
Now, Joe, if somebody wanted this in written form, where would they find that?
I believe it is in the Discord. Mm-hmm. We have that under the strategy section.
There you go.
But I believe it's also pinned in the Telegram.
Yep.
I think Will pinned it.
Yep.
So both places you can review that. So don't forget in Telegram. I know Telegram, it's not organized like the Discord where it's easy to find categories, but the pinned messages are always good to review.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess getting to the farms here. If you're just starting out, we talked about EMP ETH LP as the king, our liquidity, as Paul said. Bull said. So if you are in a rush, and we're not telling you to rush, but you want to get invested, then investing in the farm is a good way to start. The farms are going to earn you ESHARES. So really, if you go into the farm, you'll see in the far left, EMP ETH. And you'll see that little lightning bolt in the middle. That's a zap button. That zap button allows you to bring in BUSD, Ethereum. What else is in there, Bo? I haven't hit it in a while. Yeah, so ESHARES. And if you don't have BNB, BUSD, ETH, or ESHARES, you can always go to Pancake and load up on there and then come here and do it. But this just simplifies the LP pairing. It does it for you automatically. So it's an easy button within our system. But just going in there will create the LPs. It's a 2 transaction. The first one will make the LP, and then it'll pop up again in MetaMask. The second one is a deposit. So if you don't see the second one, don't freak out. It's going to be in your wallet. And if you want to see what's in your wallet, at the bottom left, you're going to see your address on the screen there in YouTube. If you click on that, that's going to show you what you have in your wallet. So a lot of people get stuck thinking they lost their coins, but simply it just didn't get deposited in the farms. Now, if you're still figuring out the system and you don't know what to do with your ESHARES, then simply you can cancel that second transaction because the first one makes the LPs and the second one deposits. If you cancel that, it'll be in your wallet, and you can head to the column called autocompounder, and in there you'll see our partnerships. Magic is a really good one to get started with because they auto compound your LPs every 2 hours at a minimum. What that means is it's just like the farms, but it's going to earn you ESHARES. They in turn will collect everyone's ESHARES, compound them collectively, and then make the LPs, redeposit it into your account. So you can see already that's at least 3 transactions right there. Actually withdraw, create the LP, and then you got to redeposit it. So that requires gas. This is an automated farmer. So you're hiring a farmer for free that's going to pay for your gas, take those ESHARES and make more LPs for you automatically 24 hours a day. They're working and they're not charging you gas to do it. It's a small fee on their end from the rewards, but that fee, you could never, you're not losing money because you can't compete with a smart contract that does it for you, because it's so much cheaper and faster if you are just trying to grow your LP bag. So we call the auto farms earning while learning, and it really is putting the LPs on autopilot. The best thing is it's all liquid. So whether you go into the farms or the auto compounder, which you can think of as an auto farmer, they're all liquid, meaning when you're ready to expand in the protocol, you can always withdraw and then go into other parts of the protocol.
Let me just cut you off real quick, Joe, because you're on a huge roll and it's amazing. But just so everybody knows, tremendous difference that Joe pointed out just a little bit ago, that you own the keys here. You own all your assets here. That $25 million in liquidity that we have, that is user-owned liquidity, meaning that you own this ecosystem. You control what you do with it. Once you deposit, it doesn't leave this platform and go somewhere else, like which has really wrecked crypto in the last few months. Everything that's done here is your choice, your keys, when you want to press that button, where you want to deposit it, what you want to do with it. That is all entirely in your control. But it's really imperative that you understand that it's a huge difference between depositing it on a centralized exchange and then giving them your assets. Here, you literally do everything. You are an owner of this economy, and you can build whatever you want here and control exactly how it goes. Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
No, that's an excellent point. And that's what's so attractive about EMP is that we, the individuals, the investors, own the liquidity. So we have full control of that and what we do. The one thing I just want to go through, if you're new and you get into this and you start earning EMP and you're like, okay, well, do I sell the EMP to, pull some profits? Is that okay? And the quick answer is no. That is our native token that's essential for the whole system. And that's why that EMP ETH LP token is really important. That's our liquidity. So like Jesse said earlier, you don't want to sell that EMP. If you're asking the question, it comes up all the time, and I'm glad people ask it, because that's the whole point here, is I have EMP, what do I do with it? Or should I sell a little bit of EMP, or should I convert it to an LP? And the answer is no. The only way to hurt the protocol is not the movement of ETH. So if the ETH price goes up like it is right now, that doesn't hurt EMP. If the price drops down tomorrow 20% because some news in the world and politics and inflation, whatever else, doesn't matter. None of that matters here. It obviously affects the price of EMP and affects what you show in dollar value, but it doesn't affect what's called our PEG. PEG is how we are tied up with Ethereum as far as that 4,000 to 1 ratio. And anytime we're above that 4,001 ratio, we're above PEG. And the whole point here is to get us above 1.01 PEG. And that allows the boardroom to print and for our APRs to start going up. And that gives value to ESHARES. And when eShare goes up, APR goes up, and it's all a compounding snowball effect. So really, back to what I was saying without getting off on a tangent. See, Bull, you're wearing on me. I'm going off.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, no, it's awesome. I mean, it seems complex. Joe's doing an incredible job just rolling. So go off on that tangent, bro, and go off.
Okay, I'll just sum it up here with, what hurts PEG, because PEG is key. We want to stay above PEG, and there are going to be times when we're below PEG. It's almost like high tide and low tide. You can't avoid it. And here, it's not on the moon cycle, it's on our cycle, and it's what we do within the system.
Mm-hmm.
So just realize that when we fall below peg, that's not the system dying. It's just the system adjusting to our behavior.
Yep.
So we have to change that behavior, do the right thing to get it back above peg, get it that high tide coming back in. So in this case, the only way to hurt peg is real simple: selling EMP. So what does that mean? That means that to make more EMP, if you have a lot of EMP, you don't know what to do with it, this is the key. You have to pair it up with Ethereum, because we want to make more LPs. That Ethereum can be brought in with fresh capital. Fresh capital means you already have Ethereum, or maybe you have BUSD, and maybe you have a project that's just doing really shitty, and you're like, I've had enough of this, I want to do something else. Well, that might be the time to sell that token for Ethereum, and now you can bring that in and pair it up with your EMP to make those LPs. Also, having a large farm position, a farm position big enough to generate enough E-shares to pair up, meaning you sell that E-share for Ethereum and marry it with the EMP to make more LPs, is key. And as Bull showed earlier in the farms, we went over the far left one, which was our main one, the EMP ETH LP, but we have 2 other ones. So we have 3 farming pools, all with their own APRs, and the other 2 actually pay a lot more because there's more volatility in those. But the fact that we have 3 farms, there are all 3 ways to make E-shares, and I utilize all 3 for different reasons, and I'll get into that a little bit later. But farming those E-shares is what allows you to sell that token, which doesn't hurt the protocol, produce more Ethereum, and then marry that up with the EMP to make those LPs. If you have a lot of EMP generating from the boardroom from when we were printing, then that just means you have too many E-shares in the boardroom. You simply need to take some out, sell it for ETH. That's going to slow down your boardroom when we print again, and it's going to allow you to soak up that EMP that you produced and start earning, because remember, the EMP that you earn is just sitting idle. And if you can take that and marry it with Ethereum and put it into the farms earn 24 hours a day, and they earn constantly regardless of where we are with PEG. So that's just the key, is using that EMP and not letting it build up to crazy proportions. If you're an advanced trader in here and you have excess EMP and you're an EMP maxi, and I am an EMP maxi, then simply stack nodes. So nodes allow you to buy EMP with EMP in your wallet for a node, and that node in turn will pay you out constantly with an ROI of 400%. The bigger your node, the more expensive it is, but also the more efficient it is, meaning it has more horsepower. It's going to ROI faster, and that's the benefit of buying a bigger node versus, say, 2 smaller nodes for the same price. So if you have that excess EMP, you don't have outside capital, you don't have enough in the farms to generate E-shares for Ethereum, then nodes is a great way to compound your EMP, because in the near future, we're going to have a use case for EMP, and it'll be to the point where it's so valuable that you're going to feel you don't have enough EMP.
We should throw in that we just did partner up with Splinterlands, one of the top play to earn crypto games, and and fun. You can make some scratch doing it, but you can have fun doing it and meet people in that community that are also in this community too. So something to really point out is that we're always striving to build partnerships and products here that really enhance both communities that participate in that partnership.
I want to jump in and touch on something, because I've heard this a lot since I've been in the protocol. I know it's a lot of ETH maxis here, and we say ETH, if it 5x's or 10x's, everyone's thinking that it's going to be a big payday. But as a long-term investor, whenever you have a successful investment and you exit that investment, the first thing you say is, if you are an investor, is, well, where can I put this now to earn? So when you exit that, you find yourself in a situation where you have to put it back in. And, let's say, for example, you grow your farm. Let's say you grow your EMP ETH LP farm to 10,000, and Ethereum 10x's from there. But now you got 100K, and you can exit the system with that 100,000. But then with that 100,000, well, then now where are you going to put that? You know, um, I've always really been a ETH maxi, but for me, I feel like I'm always going to keep it in the system, because if I take it out, well, then now where am I going to put it? The best place to earn on that is the farm. So, I want the price of Ethereum to skyrocket. I care about that, because that will be a huge value in the farm. And that means my daily payout is going to be increased by 10. So there's no reason to ever, like I said before, your goal, whatever your daily goal is, should be always through the strategies that Joe's saying and that we talk about here, is to grow your farm to what you want your daily payout to be. There's no reason to ever exit the system whatsoever. You take all that e-share and you sell that all you want. You turn that into a daily paycheck. I just wanted to touch on that, because I know everyone comes in here and they want ETH to skyrocket, because, from anybody that's been an ETH investor for a long time, I mean, you buy ETH and you can't wait for it to go to the moon, because that's going to be your big payday. But this is if you ever exit that, well, where are you going to put the money then? I'm going to tell you the best place to put it: in EMP. So I just wanted to say that.
Cool, Jesse. Hey, I want to throw something in there real quick, not to disrupt your flow, Joe, but we speak a lot about tractors and farms and, earning and yield. And so one thing to look at in a real simple way is that if you look at EMP as seeds and ETH as the soil, when you marry those things together in an LP, that's real power, and that putting that in your farm, that will produce you eShare or the crop here. And if you just look at that simply as how a farm would operate, right? A farmer would never sell their seeds so that, they could make money. The farmer is going to plant the seeds and harvest that, tend to them, and then, harvest that crop, which is eShares here. So, whatever you take away from this, this is a really basic analogy and should really help you understand that concept of what to do. The best way to grow wealth in this system is to expand your farm by, taking seeds, EMP, and marrying them with ETH, putting them in the soil, and then earning, eShares, which is the crop. And then you take the crop and then you are able to sell that, to buy more seeds and expand your farm. And you keep doing that cycle after cycle after cycle. And that is how a farm in real life would grow. And that is how a farm here grows, really simply. So, yeah, go ahead, Joe. Fire away, buddy.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, I was actually going to ask you to bring up your farming analogy, and you just did. So perfect.
Okay.
You got the right mind.
Awesome, man.
I just want to touch on gas a little bit. A couple
that's
people
right.
have DM'd me, and I've seen a couple come up. And since we rolled over to the new UI for Detonator, some people were getting a couple of messages or failed transactions. So Jake, our developer, did a little troubleshooting, look in the background, and he tweaked the gas minimums. So it used to be 0.0075, which was about $2 something if you calculate it. And even at that rate, I know people were concerned, saying, hey, that's more than my daily burst. So what's the point of me being the detonator? Just realize, whether it's 0.0075 or now it's 0.01, it's not going to charge you that $2-3 for most people. And let me just expand on that a little bit. You have to have that 0.01 BNB in your wallet. That's the minimum. But when you go to execute, real world gas is in the 20 to 30 cent range on average. And even if you wait till the last 30 seconds, like I do, to compound in a detonator to squeeze out all that daily burst, then it's still in the 20 to 30 cent range. Now, we can have days where Binance is just out of control and network's going crazy, not just for us, but everywhere. And it can be a little bit more. The reason why it's higher, closer to that $3 now, is because of raffle tickets. So when you compound or you deposit enough to get 50 tickets, to process those tickets for the lottery costs about 2.5 to 3 cents each. So that's like in the $1.50 range if you're maxing out your tickets. So you're going to pay the normal gas plus the per ticket price. It's not a lot when you think about it, but it does add to your gas. So if you're not earning a lot of tickets, you only have, a few tickets, you're not going to see anything close to that. It'll be the normal range. If you're getting the full 50 tickets, then sure, it can be, in the $1.50 to $2 range. And then if we really have high network congestions that's out of our control, plus you're getting 50 tickets, then that's where the 0.01 comes in to avoid you having a failed transaction. So I hope that's clear with everybody.
Oh yeah, perfect, man. And right, as you said, we've upgraded the UI, and so there are some changes. The biggest change currently that we're going to talk about right now is Detonator V2. And what was the top Win It Now prize yesterday? Does anybody remember? Anybody know?
I think it's listed under.
So you can go to deposit. You click Win now, you can see the deposit amount will be like 2,163. So it's actually the winning now for this 24 o'clock, but because it was taken already, it's red, and you can take the deposit. But the value you see is the value on this 24 o'clock.
You're a little bit garbled, Charlie. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but
just click deposit and then we click winning now.
Yeah. So here, let me get it up on the screen. I'll wait for it to pop up. The stream's a little bit behind, so just bear with me.
Yeah.
And I'm a little bit slow, so nobody hate on me for that.
Have you clicked on winning now?
Yeah, I have. It's I feel like I'm at like 30 seconds. There we are. Okay. And so the Win It Now right here, it's in text. We would click on that, and as we see, it says $2,163.63. Does that mean that's $2,163, Charlie?
2,163 what?
LP. Is that dollars? What does it mean for the Win It Now?
It's in value of LP. So basically, you deposit 2,163 LP, and you get the same amount right after. So you enter for free. That's quite. That's the mentality about this button. You enter for free, but you also enter without any competition, because if you take it, nobody can take it for except you, and it's 1 per 24 hours. So if you wanted to take it and someone take it already, you have to wait the other I don't want to say the other day, because depending on where you live and stuff.
I think I want to start referring to these rollovers as like rollover epochs, so that we can talk about it.
I'm not a huge fan of saying next day or whatever, because depending if you live in the US,
that's
Australia, or Europe or whatever.
Hey, Charlie, can I cut you off for 1 second? Because I made a bad joke with that 2,163. As Charlie said, that was 2,163 LP, and when you deposit that, you will receive that equal amount without any competition if you're the first one to clear that transaction, and that will be deposited in your account. And so I made a bad joke like it was $2,163. It's not. Today that would be $132,000. So, yep, you heard me right. 132 grand somebody won yesterday by depositing that same amount. Go ahead, Charlie. Take it away, buddy.
Yeah, no, it's right. I think it's like $60 the LP right now. Yeah, so it's a lot of money, but like you said, you deposit 130K, but you also receive 130K. But the main thing about all of that is all of those funds are locked inside Detonator, and it's not a good or bad thing for you or whatever, but it's a good thing for the protocol. And for you now, you have to enter this with the mentality of, all right, I'm going to get 365% of that to 60 right now. But it's even bigger if you can see the whole picture of Detonator and the play with the farm, like Joe explained earlier. With the 7 LP, you can compound 6 LP, take 1 LP away, either each day or whatever, and deposit it in the farm. It's going to be a longer process to maybe ROI for if you see the picture about 1 month or 2 months. But the fact is that you're going to grow your farm each day if you do a 6-1 on the basic on the base of each day. So you can compound at 20 hours and claim at the last 4 hours, for example. But the goal is to create more in your farm. And then each day, each week, each month, you're going to earn more e-share because your farm going to grow. And you're going to earn more e-share. And then with e-share, we know that you have the more flexibility with e-share. You can do whatever you want. You can take profit. You can zap your e-share into e-share BNB or MDB Plus to earn more e-share. Again, I think most people with time don't realize that instead of asking questions, they should ask themselves the question, what's my goal? And I think the most important one, it's what's my timeline? Can I build for 1 year? Can I build for 1.5 years? Can I build for 6 months and start taking profit?
5 minutes, everybody.
That's this compound.
Yeah. And can I take profit after 6 months? Or maybe I want to build for 6 months and only take 50% of the profit after and still keeping building with those 50%. It's all about what's your mentality. And if you want a quick buck, you won't. It's not here for that. Or you might, or you can also be like, oh, I'm going to make a quick buck and enter the boardroom, buy e-share. And you can get wrecked and you can lose a lot of money.
For sure.
And I'm a real believer of timing the market is better than timing the market. And it's all about Warren Buffett. But if you think about it, Warren Buffett, when someone asked him why nobody does like you, because he said nobody wants to get rich slowly. They all want to get rich quickly.
Yep.
And out of those that want to get rich quickly, I think 5% or even less actually get rich. And meanwhile, the people who are ready to get rich slowly are actually getting rich slowly.
Hey, Charlie.
You have to remove some emotion, but I don't want to go to...
Oh, yeah. Can I just cut you off for real quick? I'm going to rip through this really quickly. So Detonator is a 365, so you're going to get 365% on your deposit over time. It's ROI. It's not APR. And so with this, you can deposit tickets daily, either via compound or via deposit. 7.5 deposit, 6.0 6.0 through compound will get you 50 tickets. That will give you a chance at winning the random lottery, which was just changed. That will be based, your winnings can be and will be based on whatever the largest deposit is of the day, not to be confused with the win it now button, which is a completely independent, that's an instant type of win, so you don't have to compete against it. But if you're a person that likes the auction style, you can deposit, and it is now cumulative, so meaning it stacks up all the way up to 3% of the pool balance, meaning you could win hypothetically, what is that, $390,000 roughly today. approximately if you deposited 3%. Or wait, I'm off a little bit, right? 1, 2, 3. 3% of the pool balance. I'm sure somebody's checking the math for me, but the point is there's a lot of different ways to win here. But first and foremost, this, the daily APR on in this contract is between 0.5% to 0.8%, depending upon your actions and deposits versus claims and compounds that come into this contract. Okay, I got a minute and a half left. Yeah. What else was I going to get at? The Win It Now button is brand new. No competition. You want to win and have your deposit matched to 2%. You can try that. This contract is backed up by the liquidity on this protocol, which is over $20 million of liquidity in the EMP ETH LP, which is the part of the secret sauce of the Detonator is that it's married to the LP on the farm. Anybody else want to add anything in the last minute?
Well, I think we're all just excited to see what's going to happen, Bill.
Okay, has any deposits lined up? Anybody watching on chain?
That's going to be Charlie, my man.
Okay. And like you guys are seeing, this is all community run right now. Our dear leader is coming back from vacation, so Disney's probably worn out.
We just got a 532.
Nice. Okay. Let me get down in there.
I think we got multiple. There was a 500 something right before. Charlie can confirm.
Okay. Nice. It's a good snipe.
Yeah, 532 enter.
If 532 stands, that means we'll have a 300 LP random winner. That's correct, right, guys? And check out the white paper pinned in Telegram and Discord.
No, it's going to be a 532 lottery winner also.
Yes.
Good.
5 seconds.
Here we go. Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
What do we got? What do we got?
And if anyone on the AMA won the lottery, please speak up.
Ha! Win It Now already hit.
Holy smokes.
I saw it pop up. Was it a graphical glitch?
So many
Let's see.
transactions.
Wow. No, it's still available.
I feel like the Win It Now button is like when you go to the grocery store and they have those buy one get one deals.
Yeah.
But there's only 2 left, and people have rushed it in the door to grab it.
Amazing. Yep. Claimed today 2204. So
yeah. It's claimed. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was gonna do the calculation here quick. So somebody just deposited $134,000, and that is now matched with $134,000 in the Detonator contract in their principal deposit. So congratulations to whoever did that. Amazing. We're seeing this pool balance grow every single day. Total users up. What are we up? About 25 users today, Charlie? Roughly.
How much you said? Yeah, 25, 20, 22, I think.
Okay.
And is this pool balance a new record? 112?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like every day.
Yeah, every day.
Awesome.
Every day, just grow. And not crazy, thousands and thousands of people piling in looking for these, absurd, unsustainable daily interest rates. Here, it's about controlled growth, everybody doing it in a sustainable, responsible way, not only in the Detonator, but in the farms and throughout the rest of the ecosystem, because that slow stair-step building means not only that, we're seeing our portfolios grow, but we're also seeing kind of our library of knowledge grow within our brains, right? And that's a key that to success here, is that everybody has a very strong understanding of how this ecosystem works. you might not understand it in an advanced way right now, but after you're here and you've invested that time in meeting people, watching videos, taking the academy, checking out both Telegram and Discord, kind of seeing what's your flavor, you're gonna find that you're gonna want to consume information here, because that consuming information here actually really helps you to make gains, not just financial, but with knowledge, with friendships. And I love pointing out this story because I think it's relevant to everybody here on the call and everybody that's listening, is that you might not think that you could be on a crypto project, a crypto team, you're not a developer, etc. But the reality is like AJ said, that because he spent a lot of time in different crypto communities, he kept running across the same people. And when you run across those same people, you come to this realization, like, these guys have a lot of my same interests. And then when you start talking to them, you find out you have more in common than just crypto. And then you find out, oh, okay, well, this one has a skill set in art, this one has a skill set in social media, this one's actually a developer, holy cow, like, amazing. What you're going to find out is, if you take the time to invest in that community building and friendship building, the sky is the limit here in crypto, because this is a blank slate. It's a brand new world for you to shape and create however you want. But you can't do it yourself. You cannot do it alone. Crypto is a lonely, scary place if you think you want to be a loner. Here, we encourage everybody to get involved in the community, because when you get involved with the community, you're going to find out things about yourself that you didn't know, were in you. You will, you're going to be transformed, and you're going to build a better you here. And that's going to translate into something in the future. What it translates into, I don't know. That's going to be entirely up to you and what you want to do. But this is a blank slate that you can do with whatever you want. And so just take advantage of the opportunity here, because when you become an expert in this space, I'm just going to say the opportunity to port that out to the physical world, and make a very good salary at a financial institution or a different type of institution, because those institutions are going to need people that know crypto. And so I know I sound crazy when I say that, but I can tell you that it's worked for me.